Hello and welcome to this mod called Portality. So Portality adds a number of blocks. We're going to look, to begin with, we're going to look at the port controller and these portal frame blocks. Frame blocks are made like that, and the controller needs portal frames, quartz and some diamonds as well. So the way you're going to place this is going to be like this. We're going to have the controller in the middle, and then we're going to have the portal frames on the side like here. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay. So it's going to be 4 like that, and then like that, and then we're going to just go all the way back for 4 blocks. Now, because this is a teleportation system, you can see now the system is ready, right? The controller does need power there, so we'll just put some power in, and the power's going to go in. Now, to illustrate how this is going to work, what we're going to need to do is actually have a place to teleport to. And we're going to put this just in the desert here. And again, we'll do exactly the same thing. Okay, so this one's receiving power now. Now let's look at the controller here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the portal name. And it's going to be a desert one, right? It's called desert. And you can see I can call the other one. I didn't actually name this one yet. But when I press this and dial, you'll see we get these things going here. So essentially, this will now teleport me back. I could also change this one to plains here. So it'll tell me when I go through here, I'm going to go to the desert. So if I close the portal, actually, okay, now it's telling me the right thing. So it didn't update, but now it's working correctly. Okay, now we're going to take this item, the item module, made like this. And we're actually just going to replace one of these portal frames, say this one, with the item module. And you can see it's still active. And we're going to need an item module on the other side as well, right? So let's make this in a different spot. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go to the item module interface. And you can see we've got input, or we've got output. And it will go like this colour here, right? So what we can do is, this one is on input. So if I put these items in here, we should see, and you can see it's getting the items from the other side. Okay, let's try another one. So we've got this energy module here now. So this is receiving no energy here. But what we could try is to get some, let's do another coal generator. May actually be difficult to see what, well, we're not going to, we'll know the energy is going in, even though we won't be able to select it, just because the block is a bit big. So you can see, we know that it's going into there, and we know it's in input mode, right? Okay, so you can see this is receiving this has got no energy, but if we change it to an output, make sure it is active. It does, when you break it, it does do that. But now you can see it's on again. It may need to go back just to reload it. It's not actually outputting. It's because it's full. So we should be able to see at least this energy go through. Let's just check that. Okay, you can see it's there now. Check in here. Okay, I think it's just gone too much. So what we're going to do is I want to drain that. So we're going to get dimensional cell here. Set all sides to so there you got 20,000. So that tells you that we should have drained the other one as well, right? So that's drained. Now let's put the coal generator back. and you can see we're receiving energy. By the way, if you go in through the other side, it doesn't make any difference. So yeah, so we've checked all of them out. Now the low efficiency generator is if there's no other generators around. Let's try the interdimensional module. That should be an interesting one. You see it says max distance 800, and you can see this is 4 in length. That's because it's 200 for each one. So if I change this, you do need to restart it. Okay, no, I think it does need an actual additional block break. So you need to break this, and then and then it will work. But the point with that is is that now the max distance is 1000. Okay, but anyway, back to the interdimensional module. We're going to try to create another portal in the Nether. Okay, so again we're going to do the same thing. Alright, so we'll change this portal to Nether. Confirm. Okay, so you can only see the planes one. So you can say that the distance is still... I'm probably just about within it because I'm a little bit away from the portal. So it's probably like 200 blocks or something. So let's call that planes one. And let's see what happens. Oh no, the reason why the planes one only... So the reason why we could only see the planes on the list is because that's the only one with the interdimensional portal. Okay, so let's go there. Oh wow, that was weird. Weirdly, actually accessed it. Let's go to the planes. It should be fine. Okay, so if I go to cool pool, now I've got the option of Nether and desert, right? So let's call the desert instead. Interestingly, it's still, even though I've called a different one, I think we have to close this portal first, right? Then I can call the desert. Because we've got dial once and 4. I'll call the desert. So if I wanted this one to also be open to access, we've established that I can't get the fluid module to work at this point. But what I would like to do is I would like to maybe try the interdimensional. Might be quite cool to see if we can get the item transfer. So if I put this in here, okay, it does automatically go straight into the item module, right? But what I'm going to try now, we've got a few items in there, is let's try and get that out of the other side in the Nether, right? So that'll be cross-dimensional item transport. So we go to cool portal, we've got options of the Nether. Okay, so we'll get a... Let's get an item module and let's just at least see if these items we can extract them. It should be fine, right? So we'll go to the Nether. Pretty nice actually, pretty nice speed of transfer. So this is linked now to the desert. And we can make this an output. And reactivate. So we should be getting those items through now. I think sometimes you do need to just go back just to confirm. There we go. So and I assume the same thing would happen for power and also for fluids as well. Now the thing about the entities, I could just wait till one walks through, but I'm just... These guys, they are going through it. So this is actually a really useful way to get entities to go through as well. So you can see, and you can see there's like a almost like a fan effect. Try another thing as well. Now, even though you can use a small size, look at the size of this one. You can make it a lot bigger. I don't know what the range is, but look. Max distance still says only 800, right? So that 800 is purely based on this length here, right? So if you wanted to make it, so if you did want to have a larger range, you would want to do a smaller one probably if you wanted to conserve the amount of blocks you're using. This though would be pretty useful, like for instance if I wanted to get a ghast through, right, or a larger mob of some kind, you could make a very large portal that would actually get a large mob through. So let's have a look, cool planes here. So obviously you do get more particle effects, something like this. But yeah, it's a really cool mod, this. Like, the fact that you can transport everything, and I'm sure the fluids work as well. So you can transfer items, fluids, and power. Once there's like a simple tank mod and simple extraction of fluids, it'll be very simple to get that to work. But yeah, that's all for now, so thanks for watching.